So continuing with the tips with TOA, the first thing you'll notice, which is like glaringly obvious, first of all, saturated hard in here is really good if you're not doing assaults. The first thing you'll notice is that I'm maging Kephri. This is a big violation, right? You hear about every guide, you look up the DPS charts, and all of them say the Feng is the best for DPS, especially with raids that are 300 plus. Well, I would have to disagree. Now, if you have like really good melee gear, like Torva and shit, just maxed out melee gear, Altar Ring, etc. Sometimes people just bring a light bearer with no swap. Yes, the Fang, I believe, is more DPS. The reason I disagree is because, first of all, my best melee gear is like Torso, and I have tested this. First of all, if you're not noticing the fucking hits here, dude, yes, I do hit zeros because, of course, the defense for the magic is high. But the reason this works is because my gear is absolute max besides the Magus Ring, I believe it's called. So I have Confliction Gauntlets and everything. I have done a, I don't know, fucking 200 plus damage to this guy, and I've already dropped the... So if I was using my melee gear, which is Torso and Face Guard, I would still be on him. He'd probably be like 150 HP. The reason this works is because in TOA, your stats when you have a shadow are quadrupled. I've tried this in 500s too, and it doesn't matter if Kephri is scaled to 4. I've even fought him at, or her at 5, and it works. And I will say there is a way to kind of help it for potential splashes and zeros with the Accursed Scepter or a BGS or Bone Dagger. I like a Curse because, again, I talked about it in the Zebek video. See, it hit, and that's it. It doesn't matter what I hit. It will lower the defense by 15% and the magic level. A lot of people would never try maging Kephri because if you try to mage Kephri without Tumakin's effect, so again, the shadow will like multiply the stats, and in the raid only, it will be a quadruple multiplication instead of triple. And because my accuracy is so absurd, on top of like defense lowering weapons, I'm able to hit very frequently on him, and when I do hit, it doesn't matter. As long as your max hit, like as long as my max hit is, first of all, Saturated Heart adds like, I think 5 hits or some shit like that. Augury on top of it adds like 2, something around that ballpark. As long as you hit, the number rolled is random, right? So, as for this weapon at least. So, you know, if you hit a 1, that could have easily been a 77, which is the max on this. This is kind of off. I don't think it's showing the full potential, but it's a 77 with a Saturated Heart. I breeze through Kephri like this than I do with my melee gear. But if you do have complete max melee, and Kurasi, which can, again, without the lowering of defense, the Kurasi and max melee can do like 75s or some shit, maybe 80s. So yeah, I could see that being better, especially with double death charge and whatnot. I don't have any of that. This is, my melee gear is my most lacking gear. And the thing I'm going to upgrade next is T-Bow. But this pit stop before that will be Zarate Bow for the speed up on Wardens and Zabak. But it's not actually that big of a speed up, but it's still a speed up nonetheless. Anyway, I'm digressing a bit. But yes, this is very powerful. And also the Mage switch does very well against the Overlords. None of them deal with the Mage damage well. And this is awesome because this is the benefit of Shadow. Without Shadow, this would never fucking hit. If you had any kind of like Sanguine ST Saf, whatever, you're not going to hit. You're going to be here for like 15 minutes. But with Shadow and the almost complete max mage minus the ring, and I guess the Rada's Blessing Combat Achievement 1 might give more mage. I don't think it does. I think it gives more prayer. Yeah, you're going to hit. Vernix, right? You're going to hit because... this shit has like 700 accuracy, right? You'll never see that shit outside of the Shadow's effect and the quadruple effect. It is impossible to hit 100% damage bonus in magic damage outside of TOA. Like, this is the cap on magic damage. Even if I add the Magus Ring, which will help with accuracy, which would help for the rolls, but it would not help with the damage, it would never increase the damage. With salts, you can hit a maximum of 85 in TOA. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm absolutely... certain that you cannot go over 100 bonus maximum magic damage, which you can hit here. which is awesome because like this is what a mega rare is supposed to be. It's supposed to be this very hard hitting, very accurate weapon. Um, but yeah, try it sometime. If your gear, and this is longer than a short tip and trick, sorry, a video. I'm trying to keep a pace and a cadence with my speaking so that the video doesn't seem like it's slogging around because you can do that a lot with RuneScape-based content. But yeah, you should try it sometime. By the way, when this, I spoke about it in another video, which is probably going to be posted before this, or maybe later, I don't know the order. But when he's in this phase, which unfortunately I hit 2 zeros, or she's in this phase, she will regen all of her drain stats. So you can redrain her again. Outside of that, it's fine. It's not every shield, it's only when the shields drop. But I've probably been in here for like, I don't fucking know, 5 minutes in 30 seconds. Well, the recording says almost 6 minutes, so I'd say about 6 minutes. Kephri with my melee gear, even if I brought like full switches, because full switch melee gear that I have would add like a max hit, I think 2 max hits. It wouldn't be a significant accuracy bonus or anything like that. It would add just max hits. The difference would probably be about a 9 minute, 10 minute Kephri, maybe more. And I just did Kephri in 6 minutes. And this is a level 3 Kephri in a 400 plus scaled raid. So that tells you how powerful this gear is. So 648. Does this do anything? I think it does. Doesn't it add something? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Not for the stats. 648 bonuses right here. The Magus adds up to 700, I believe, but you see 100% magic damage. So yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's definitely fantastic for Baba as well because the accuracy. Again, the importance here is that the accuracy is quadrupled. You can't do this, and I stress this because I don't want people to be like, oh my god, I tried magic and I fucking wasted all my time. You cannot do this if you don't have a shadow because you need that effect of the quadrupling accuracy. Otherwise, you're rolling against, fucking crazy defense. But yeah, that's my tips for Kephri. I haven't seen anyone mage it before. I've seen a lot of different methods, but I've never seen the mage one, and these are competitive rates on killing it. You can kill it faster though, if even without mage or whatever, you can kill it faster with um, a blowpipe or chains to help deal with the medic or the not the medic phase. That's higher invos, but the healing phase, I kind of just ignore it. But yeah,